Okay, Sander from Moved company in the Netherlands. Thanks for being with me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So yeah, I'm really grateful to have you. So Sander is the founder of a company called Moved, who develops EMDR apps. They're EMDR technology company. And today I particularly want to talk to Sander about an app called Moovement, which is very helpful for people who are in the healing process, healing from trauma. So Sander, thanks again for being with me today, and love to hear about you and your company and this Moovement app that you have available for free for everyone.
Yeah, so short introduction. I'm the founder of Moved. We're a Dutch company located in the Netherlands. We developed evidence-based solutions for EMDR clinicians. So we have EMDR apps for clinicians to use with algorithms and tools that really helps clinicians be optimal and get most out of sessions. So that's a platform that we roll out to EMDR clinicians in the Netherlands, in Europe, and as well as in North America. And we also developed a CID app, so critical incident app, called Movement, or called CID. That is something we've built last year when the earthquakes in Turkey hit. We built that together with Roy Kiesling, a certified EMDR trainer. It's his protocol, but we made the app, so it's really a humanitarian project together. And we were like, okay, let's just ship it and launch it to users for free. So it's free to download in the App Store. It's on Android and in Apple. And it really helps clients that are going to stressful situations coping with that in a really simple dual attention stimulation exercise on the app. So it will lower the SUD while thinking about something that gives stress. We see that it helps people coping with that situation. So we're really happy that we could do something for people going through disasters and things like that.
Yeah, so that's fantastic. I think it's really cool that it's a humanitarian effort. It's a free app that you made available starting in connection to the earthquake in Turkey. And so, and since then, I think thousands of people have used this app. Is that right?
Yeah, because we launched it back then for the people with the Turkish earthquakes. Now there's recent wars happening where we launched it. It's also just free available. So a lot of our EMDR clinicians that use our EMDR app in their day-to-day practice also tip their clients to use the Moovement app when they're not in a session. So when they're feeling stressed for, let's say, a hard conversation or fear of height, or it doesn't matter what it is, it helps them with coping with it between sessions. So it's not only in crisis situations, but broader than that, our EMDR users will tip people to use it.
Yeah. And so the cool thing about the app is, so part of EMDR involves dual attention, or kind of distracting someone from the distress or the disturbance that they're feeling. So tell us a bit about how the app works in terms of dual attention, and how you said that a few minutes on this app you can see marked difference in a level of disturbance. On a 0 to 10 scale, you can see that disturbance coming down. So tell us a little bit about how that dual attention works, how the app utilizes dual attention to bring disturbance down.
Yeah, so it's basically it's good to know that we follow a protocol from Roy Kiesling, but it's basically, think of something that gives you stress. For example, I'm going to have fear of dogs, and I have to see a dog, so I will feel that stress. I fill in on a scale of 0 to 10 how high that stress is. I fill in a 9. Then we do a really short, I think it's 10 seconds or so, distraction task on the app where you have to react on. So it's not only a bilateral movement, but it's something interactive. So you click on the screen when something happens, and based on that, it will adapt to it. And then after 10 seconds, you get that scale again. Hey, how high is it? If it's below 9, you fill in a 7, and then it does it again. So it's a protocol that will keep continuing that question until it is below a certain number, or that you're just thinking, hey, it's okay, and then you pop the app away, and then you're good. There is safety mechanisms in place if the SUD goes up or the SUD stays the same for 2 or 3 sets. It will stop and will suggest you reach out to somebody, that you don't do things on your own, because we don't want to open up things with long sets and with SUDs going up, when it's better to seek help from a professional or something. So we have
Yeah.
safety in place, and we hope to help people with that.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, and just to clarify, so you're using this word SUDS for people who don't understand. That's an EMDR term, subjective units of disturbance. So basically, it's how high or low your level of disturbance is at any given time. And so, what Sandra's saying is, by using the app in this dual attention, it's redirecting your thoughts, it's taking your attention off the thing that's disturbing you to allow your level of disturbance come, like you said, from a 9 to a 7 to a 5, and it'll just gradually work its way down as you feel better. And the cool thing is that I believe, and I know Sandra believes, and people who are in this work believe, that there is hope for healing from trauma and PTSD. And while you're in a healing process, coping is great. Coping is not kind of the end game. It's not the plan for life. It's just to cope with trauma the rest of my life. You want to heal, and like you said, they're going to direct you or advise you to see a therapist and to get with someone in person and or online or whatever, but to work with a professional to heal from trauma. But in the meantime, coping is fantastic because you still have to live every day, and there's still disturbing things that have come up from past experiences or current life experiences. And something like this Moovement app is a pretty fantastic tool in helping decrease disturbance while you're out of the therapist office, while you're in the process of healing, but still feeling things on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, no, exactly. And a lot of our EMDR users, so clinicians, EMDR clinicians, always say to us, like, I'm not there at 2 a.m. when somebody wakes up in the middle of the night with something disturbing. And the Moovement app can be there. Fun thing, when we just launched in Turkey, we now have too much users all around the world, so we cannot see something valuable in the data in terms of timing. But back then, we saw increase at it was at 11:30 in the evening for people in Turkey. So they're probably just going to bed or something.
Wow.
So it was a moment where we saw high usage, and I think that is something we have to keep in mind. Like, healing is something you do probably together with a professional, but he or she will not be around 24/7.
Right.
And with technology, and movement is one example of that, but there will be more, and we're building more as well. Technology can have a place in there together with the clinician, together with the therapist, to fill in that gap, if there are any, and just to build a process of a well-structured and patient-centered healing process.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So, yeah, Sandra, thank you very much. So tell folks where, if they want to get this app. It's a free app for anyone to be able to use, and I'd recommend you give it a try. Where can people go to find it? So the App Store, Android.
Yeah, it is on all mobile devices. So if you go to the Apple App Store or to the Android App Store, you search for in multiple ways. But if you search for Movement, you can find it. If you search for CID, so CID, you will find it. If you search on Moved, you will probably find it. But in general, if you search Movement, because that's the title, so that's MOOVEMENT, Movement, you will find it with double O.
Yeah, very good. Well, Sandra, thanks so much for being with us. And your website, is it helpful for people to helpful for someone to visit your website, or is it best just to go straight to the App Store?
I think best for clients, if people want to use this app, go to the App Store, search for it. If you're an EMDR clinician and you want to try out our other products that are for clinicians, go to our website, that's move.nl, and then you'll find it, or contact me or my company, and then we'll get you going.
Very good. And so that website was moved, MOOVD.nl, right?
.nl, yes, exactly. Yeah.
Sandra, thank you very much for being with me today. I appreciate your time.
Yes, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Mm-hmm.